Alright guys, what's good? Right now I'm in a temple and it's amazing right now. Let's get it. Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking all about how to tap into the greatest version of you, okay? And the way that you do this is that you imagine your greatest possible self. Your greatest possible self, also known as your GPS, is the way that you see yourself on a perfect day, right? From start to finish. So what would your perfect day look like? My perfect day, I would wake up, I would have an incredible morning, maybe go for a walk, shower outdoors, you know, lots of interesting experiences that could really get me back into a state of freedom, state of expansion. All right, guys, I'm here at the, basically, from monkey show, elephant show, all of these different things. But yeah, as I was saying, the best possible self can be created in your imagination, right? It's just in your mind. So essentially, when you're creating it, this particular character, this version of you, you don't need to put yourself into human circumstances. You can also think very outlandishly, like what if you were able to communicate with yourself from another planet, right? That would be a completely different type of experience, right? Rather than just concluding that this is what my character is and this is how it's going to be, you allow yourself to explore a deeper version of you that you might not have explored. Maybe looking at different, you know, varieties of things that come up instead of, you know, trying to understand which is the best way possible, right? When you want to create this character, this version of you, the best possible self, or GPS, or God positioning system, Guru positioning system, you could call it many different things. One advice that I would give you as a positive psychologist is, once you understand what your strengths are, you've got to double down on them, okay? You've got to double down on your strengths, because otherwise someone else is going to convince you that that's your strength or this other thing is your strength, when really you can only explore it from yourself or from different strength quizzes, which are, you know, engineered towards actually getting you to find your strength, like Strengths Finder, Clifton Strengths, VIA Strengths Quiz. These quizzes will help you and give you a top 5 strengths that you can actually pull from and choose from. And so when you're thinking of your character, right, we come into this world almost like how we choose a character in a video game, right? And over time we develop our ego or our constructs of our character, but then we've got to fine tune it, right? We have level ups, accessories, timeline jumps, all these different things. So one advice that I would give you when it comes down to this character creation process is you want to embody a particular state of mind that is an idea, okay? So let's just say that the idea is you want to embody a concept that transcends you. Okay, I gotta get going, guys, but I'll be back. Guys, so right now I'm in the floating market tour right now. So I'm in a boat and we are headed to basically chill with monkeys, crocodiles, tigers. It's gonna be quite lit, quite amazing. And yeah, stay tuned. So with the character analysis and deity work that I do, I wanted to explain how it's very useful to have these different deities in mind when you're doing character development work, right? So for instance, if I'm struggling between making a decision, between 2 decisions, then I am channeling Janus's energy. And Janus's energy has helped me with this traveling, but also because he's the god of doorways, one head going to the past, one towards the future, he helps me stay very present and focused and creates clarity in decision making. So having almost like an archetypal journey that gets formed from the deity work or the ritual work, or even active imagination, as Carl Jung says, to be very, very empowering and powerful. All right, on top of an elephant right now. So as I was saying about the best possible self, basically the best possible self is you underlining the best parts of you. So as I was saying earlier, with the Strengths Finder, with any of these quizzes, you want to ultimately find the greatest version of you possible. So let's say your top strength is curiosity and humor, and creativity. You now have to think, what are some ways that I can use my creativity, use my humor, use all of these different aspects to combine them into the ultimate archetype or the ultimate character that truly exists. So you want to think, who can I be if I were to truly let myself explore this life like if it was a video game, right? You would probably choose certain superpowers, you'd choose certain abilities. So I want you to start to think outside the box, okay? And what is the box? The box is just what you've constructed, what society has given you, what society has made you think that is the norm, that is the way that it's meant to be. However, you can allow yourself to explore outside the box, because then you start to create the box. You see what I'm saying? When you step outside of the matrix, you can then repurpose and bend reality to your will. And this is really the downloads and the lessons that are coming through. Padmasambhava's energy is really, powerful over here in Thailand. And I really want you guys to embrace every aspect of you. If you think you really need to go on a trip, go on that trip, okay? Don't second guess yourself. It's my birthday today, so I'm out here celebrating, man, on the back of a elephant, And here's my mother. And basically we are now just going around in circles. But check it out. Look at where we are, man. Unbelievable, right? So in any case, when you're doing this kind of characterology work, you really want to understand, like, in a video game, you would really choose one character, right? So you don't have the choice to exactly be like, I have to be the hero, or I'm the villain, or I'm the, monk. You can be a combination of both. You see what I'm saying? So, like, for us, the character, the priest beast, is such a powerful character. All right, guys, we're gonna go into the water right now. So I'm gonna put the phone down before I hurt myself or drop this camera. Have an incredible day, and I'll speak to you soon. There's this incredible guy who makes films called Hodorowski. He made this movie called Holy Mountain. I don't know if you remember him. He has this thing called Psycho Magic Acts. So he'll take something very intentional, like let's say you have your past failure and you burn it in a piece of paper or something symbolic in a candle. It's gonna really feel like you're removing it from your system, right? You're sending it away to the ether. All right, guys, I'm back in my hotel now. So that was an incredible trip. I'm absolutely drained. But I wanted to speak about and wrap this video up, this birthday vlog. Essentially, what I wanted to say is you have to get really clear about what characters you are stepping into, okay? And not get fragmented, because you might have many, many different characters in your mind and decide that I have to be like this or I have to be like that. But then you start to understand that if you have the elements earth, wind, water, fire, and you use them accordingly, you use them as the alchemists used them back in the day. So earth is the way that you connect with your feeling sense, and your connection to your own human body, right, is the earth. And then you have your reproductive fluids, or more so the water or the blood flow in your system, okay? That's the water energy. Then you have the fiery energy. The fire is basically something astral soul fire, okay? That is essentially going to give you more passion. That's going to make you more excited about things. So you can always play around with this, right? So I'm a sacral chakra path, so more so I'm very, very inspired by creativity. And so today I'm wearing orange, right? And so by me stepping into this monk robe type of character, right, I will activate certain parts of my sacral archetype. Does that make sense? So just making some water, that's what, and the noise you're hearing in the background. So what I want you to do is get very, very clear on the different characters that you have and give them a name, because the moment you give those different parts of you a name, then you can actually categorize them and put them into one, okay? You can unify them. Napoleon Hill had talked about this in Think and Grow Rich. He called it the council of the mind, okay? He called it the council. So you have to create your own council of superheroes, these ideas or these characters that stay in your mental world, right? And maybe you walk differently when you step into one role. one version of you, or you wear some different color or some different ornament that can tap you into a different version of you. It's like, let's say you're using social media and you put your social media hat on and then you make content. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to tap in like this because you're ritualizing it. Neuro-linguistic programming also has ways of priming yourself and modeling yourself after people, right? So really, really powerful technology. I just wanted to reiterate it today. Feeling good, 31. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you want to join and be more involved in this and somehow join the Adepts program, join the Mystery School, because there I really get to share everything and really, you get to see the behind the scenes and so forth. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an incredible day. Hey, stay legendary, guys, okay? I saw a lot of crocodiles, monkeys, okay? Drove around on the back of an elephant. It was incredible. But yeah, just wrapping up. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Osa.